Hello there. Anyone watching the stream, anyone watching the pre-recorded VOD, welcome to the stream. Good morning. Good morning, Vietnam. God, can I rotate that? That'd look better rotated. Never mind. Just gonna be some kind of random chat today, and maybe a bit of BF1, and maybe a bit of digipainting, or one of the two. Yeah, so here's Le Mems to start Le Strem. Annoyingly, it is that Pride Month thing at the moment, which is, as anyone knows who's in my circles, is just a celebration of communism. I'm bisexual. You'll never catch me dead with the rainbow flag. Well, you might catch me dead with a rainbow flag, because I imagine I'll be killed by a communist at some point, or a far left extremist, however you want to put it, activist. So, yeah, probably kill their enemies with kindness brigades, and put a little rainbow flag in your hand once they've got you. See, he converted to our side before he died. Yeah, very 1984. So I wanted to go to a little Steam fair in a local satellite town today. I kind of wanted to go to a Steam fair that was like proper old-fashioned and like in a field, probably away from the towns, and like, I mean, it's marketed as like a vintage fair and Steam fair, but you know, me and my dad took a walk down there. They're playing like modern music, like this wailing pop singer, like ooh, oh, 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 yeah, and like fucking some modern singer blaring from loudspeakers. It's like, from the get-go, like they've blocked off the street of somewhere where you're normally allowed to walk through the town, and you have to pay £2 to get, just check my mic's on, to get entry into a place where you'd normally be able to go. So straight away, fucking anti-freedom there, illiberal control. You can't go a place you normally would go, especially for the people who live in that town. It's like, oh, I always walk through this giant car parking place to get from this side of town to the park, and now I can't do it unless I pay £2 to enter a thing I'm not even going to. So that's fucked. Aside from that, I haven't read Douglas Murray's Madness of Crowds, but I assume that book would probably highlight things that I already believe about crowds. Being an introvert with social anxiety, as I have, and having numerous reasons to hate like cities and towns and large gatherings and crowds and kind of festival kind of events. That's not for me. That's not my kind of thing. Fair play to you if you can go to those sorts of places and not be like completely like just fish out of water, like paranoid, looking around you, not trusting anyone, worried about where you are. And this town in particular, I call the Hellmouth town, colloquially, because it is where I went to high school, and some fucking bad shit came out of, where I went to high school, and the people who live there. I know, I got it from all directions when I was at high school, and I commonly tell the tale of some of the worst things that happened there. I'll give you just one where we were in like gym changing rooms, and a kid was set on fire in front of me by other kids, and just kind of rolled around on fire, getting I don't know how many degree burns. And no, everyone was like, well, the ones who did it weren't shocked, but everyone else was kind of like shocked and standing back and trying to stand up on the seats. They were just trying to change clothes to begin like a PE lesson, cross country or fucking hockey or some shit. and we got this kid just rolling around on fire, and then immediately after, like the people who set him on fire put him out, and like they were engaging in snitch culture straight away, like, oh, don't worry mate, and they were like bringing him, the one they set on fire, into their fold, making it seem like a big joke had happened and that they were on his side. And then they were simultaneously like going around bullying and hushing people around the room into not speaking out and not telling anyone that they'd done this. I think there's like a gang of like 3 to 5 of them who did the setting on fire, and they're like prominent assholes in our kind of form group. Although, to be fair, there are zillions of fucking assholes in that college. This is just an example of a fucking horrific thing that went on that I still believe to this day is just like something that should never take place in schools. If you're gonna have schools, because my thinking has changed over the years to the point where I don't think schools should even exist. But if you're gonna have schools, definitely, you know, immediately expel anyone who does, I mean, more than expel, fucking jail anyone who does shit like that. And, yeah, I spoke out. So I went, you know, some people would call that reverse thing snitch culture. Um, but, you know, it's not something that should happen, you know, it's like, nobody should, you can't just engage in like violence to the point of harm and possible death, just like as a casual kind of jokey act in that environment, like in a school, and then go around telling all the people, you know, that if you tell anyone this happened, we're gonna beat you up or whatever, or we're gonna make sure it happens to you as well. You know, this can't happen. So, hold on a sec. There's going to be a brief break. Yeah, where were we? Um, yeah, so I have to put up with fucking noises and shit outside because I'm sharing a house with people at the moment. Oh, I've got my stream preview on. Fucking turn that off. I don't know how much memory that eats, but I assume some. Yeah, that's just one of the things that happened in the hellmouth of that town. Anyway, since then, of course, we've had all sorts of changes in the world, and the SJW's taken over in like 2015 onwards, I believe. Well, 2009 onwards, to be more accurate, but it wasn't as noticeable back then. And so the Steam Fair did not look like the Steam Fair. For a start, is like, I want to go to a Steam Fair that is like a proper kind of vintage affair in a field somewhere, and you know, you've got all the, I don't want to say paraphernalia, it's got all the hallmarks of what you would expect from an old-fashioned fair based on like the 1800s or Victorian times, up to like 1910 or part of World War One. I want that stuff to be not authentic, because you're never going to fully bring back that way of life, but I do think that people should hybridize the good parts of the late 19th century and early 20th century between the walls, um, and because there were a lot of good times there, and people failed to acknowledge that there were a lot of good times during that period, and so I would think that people should bring that back when they're doing something like a Steam Fair. They should concentrate on making it as period piece kind of accurate as possible, and that goes down to, the costumes people are wearing that they show up in, the vehicles they come in, um, the music that's playing in the background should be something like either classical music or something that's, you know, been played pre 1910, I would say. As for the crowds, yeah, I get social anxiety with crowds. I'm not good with, you know, well, I'm definitely not good with collectivism because that's communism, or, far right extremism is collectivism and identitarianism, so that's all bullshit. Um, but there are some crowded places I'll go here and there. Um, I like the kind of individualism of crowded places. So, say I'd go to a beach strip where lots of people have come to the beach. They're not grouping up into collectives with each other. They don't necessarily associate with each other at all. But they go into this environment where everyone's just going to the beach. It's a day out, and they're passing each other, and they might be cordial and say hi to each other as strangers. And everyone's a stranger. Like, no one's like ganging up in big groups. You might get a surf club or something, but this is not collectivism. This is individuals grouping up together for a temporary time for a common goal. I've never thought of that as collectivism. So I've never thought that, individualists can't group up together as long as they have a shared goal or a temporary time limit or deadline in order to work towards that goal. So, yeah. Um, Libertarian snake. Individualism is a big thing to me. But, part of how I am personally is that I have social anxiety, and so when I went to the Steam Fair, it was overcrowded, and it's a quite a big town. I guess it's starting to lean towards becoming a small city. This place where my high school was, and it gets more crowded over time. Um, and I can't. If I was on my own, because the dynamic changes when you're with someone when you're out and about, I think, and when you're with someone walking around town or walk into a place where there are crazy ideologies and that person with you doesn't get it. In this case, my dad doesn't get it, and if I was walk outside with my mum or anyone from my family, to be honest, they wouldn't get it. It's harder to explain to them or for them to be at ease with you, um, because they don't really understand. Whereas if I was on my own walking through a city, I'd just do things, I'd just walk to where I want to walk, decide if I want to be there, decide if I don't want to be there, go if I don't. There'd be no need for conversation or explaining yourself, and the same would be true if you're with someone who you're close to, like a close friend who shares a big part of your ideology. Like, if I was walking around that place with someone like me, who's like a libertarian leaning to ANCAP, I think they totally understand. They'd pretty much, we'd make more of a better day of it walking around the town, because we'd both be like simultaneously avoiding the same shit, or being drawn to or liking the same shit. and going off without having to explain ourselves to each other, and more like actually just like, I don't know, laughing with each other about how fucking bad it is. Um, so there's another thing on the way to the Steam Fair. Before we even got there, I was already having a bit of a bad day because of this Pride Month bullshit. We've got the memes today. Shall I enlarge the meme wall? I might end up cutting up one of the memes by doing such a thing. It's Game Cap. Okay, so I'm cutting off a meme there. Let's see what that meme is that I'm cutting off first. Purple-haired lady. I demand huge quantities of uncontrollable, untraceable weapons to be indiscriminately dumped into Eastern Europe. See also Afghanistan earlier this year, when Biden just gave tons of US military equipment away essentially for free to the Taliban and left. Thus, the Taliban essentially winning the war on terror in Afghanistan. Yeah. Same things going on, very similar things going on in Ukraine, where they're giving free fucking guns to the Ukrainians to fight this phony war, and meanwhile at the same time trying to get gun control of any kind in America, which is mostly free because people are able to get guns. Anyway, commentary on that meme. If you need commentary on a meme, well, you need to see it anyway, because I'm eclipsing it now, but there you go, you've seen it. The other ones are not eclipsed. Yeah, so on the way to the Steam Fair, fucking LGBT, I guess because it's Pride Month, LGBT meeting event, I guess, or something like the Steam Fair, but it's fucking and when I say LGBT, I don't mean lesbians, gays, bis and transsexuals. I don't mean that, and nobody should mean that when they say that, because it's actually far left collectivist activist movements. That's what that is. Whenever you see we got the rainbow being fed to the cat here, social media marketing in June. Well, this is actually a case of corporations using the socialists to make money. But in the same way, this is the hypocrisy of socialists anyway. You can see BLM, buy large mansions, that stands for, oh well, I suppose it stands for Black Lives Matter, but it's not about black lives, it's not about black people at all. Openly Marxist organisation, and what do? And people are saying, oh, you're being capitalist by buying large mansions with all the money that you've milked from asking for funds for BLM off loads of corporations and loads of charities and donations from the public and fundraisers. All funnels up to the heads of BLM, and they buy £1 million mansions for them and their best friends. And people are like, isn't this capitalistic behaviour? No, not really. This is what socialists do. This is what they've always done. It's a hypocritical movement. It's a mass murdering movement, we know that. When they say they're going to equalise everyone so that the poor get the same as the rich, and the people in power essentially are on the same footing as the poor farmers, so now they're all earning the same level of poverty because they spread the wealth between everyone. Equalisation. It doesn't work that way, does it? Because first of all, there are elites like Stalin or Lenin. They do have more money and wealth and a bigger apartment than you and more food, and meanwhile they're doing this fake equalisation thing where they see the kulaks. Oh wait, you farmers there, you're getting slightly, you're putting in more effort to create slightly more grain and therefore have slightly more wealth than the other farmers. So you farmers that are working slightly harder and making more, grain and stuff, you're kulaks now, and we're gonna kill you all. And so they kill them all. They're gone now. These farmers who were putting in more effort and making slightly more wealth, so they had slightly more wealth than the other farmers. But not the elites like Stalin and Lenin. So they're gone. Now the farmers who were less wealthy, out of that group of farmers that are now alive, some of them start producing more grain and producing more wealth. Oh, we've got to expand the definition of kulaks. We'll just wipe them out as well. Wipe them out. And all the while that they're doing this forced equalization and expanding and broadening the definition of kulak to include more and more people, the elites have always had more than even the kulaks did. That's just how it works, you know. Socialism, it's like I always fall back on the same analogy here. Well, it's not even an analogy. It's the same event, like in Venezuela, Nicolas Maduro saying, "Oh, we're running out of food. We don't have any food. How could this happen? I don't know. It's nothing to do with me. We're all gonna have to chip in now. We're running out of food, so everyone's gonna have to start eating their own pets. It's what we have to do. What our glorious nation has to do. Our glorious socialist country. We all have to, for the greater good, eat our pets now." And then he thinks the camera's off, and then he pulls a little empanada out of his desk drawer and starts munching on it. You know, he's got all the food he needs. He's not on the level of these people he's telling to eat their own pets. And then later there's footage of, you know, people in poverty in Venezuela stoning a cow to death in a field in a big crowd just because there's nothing else to eat. So, well, there's a cow over there in that field, so we'll have that, I guess. You know. And the elites of the socialist regime, they always have more. They're always fine. They're always protected. And if you look at this little cop thing here, let's jump to the cop meme. Very appropriate. Because how do these elites stay in power with their wealth in socialist regimes, like most countries we're under now? State officers. They pay the police state officers and the army state officers to protect them from the public. And that's essentially what policing and the army has become now. Is defending, I mean, we've seen it after 2020. I'm just disillusioned with the whole fucking thing now. It's like, you know, everything I've seen in the past 2 years. This is what happens. This is what has happened. They were just criminalizing the public for living in their own house and not following government rules for something that is 99.97% survivable to anyone under age 85, the average max human lifespan. And, you know, they just send these, you know, cops around to say, why aren't you obeying the government, you know? And these cops are defending the government from the public. They're also appearing at like pride marches and being political. They are working for the far left, so they engage in, you know, pride marches and stuff. Meanwhile, if you've got an anti-lockdown march, they'll fucking beat a granny on the street and drag people off and stuff and initiate violence. So I fully understand who these people are. You know, every time you hear a siren, that's either the bodyguards of the far left ruling government. And you can't call the Tories conservatives. They haven't been conservative since Thatcher. All their policies are fucking woke SJW bullshit. All you have to do is see what Boris is pushing, and you can tell that these Tories or Conservative Party are not conservatives anyway. We've been through this shit so many times. I don't know where did the tangent come from. Ah, well, the pride thing, I think. Where did the tangent come from? I went on a big tangent there. It was an important tangent. It's always important to bring these things up because people need it drilled into them because they don't fucking understand. But yeah, I'm bisexual. This is another conversation I can't have with my dad, by the way, because I think he had a conversation with me when I was a kid where he was like, "No, I don't want you to grow up gay because being gay is unnatural." I think it's like his old fuddy-duddy ways. I guess you could say, if you wanted to use that language, that you could say he was a bit homophobic in past. I don't think he's homophobic, but I can tell that he's got that traditionalist streak into him, and he sees heterosexual stuff as natural. And I do too, to a large extent, which is why I'm bisexual. I'm not actually gay. In fact, like over 75% of my bisexuality is more focused on women. Um, but I can't deny that I'm attracted to men and women. It's just like, I can't deny that. That is a part of me, and it's not something I bring up with my dad because I don't want to annoy him or whatever. We get on pretty well. Whether he knows or not, I think we'll get on pretty well. I don't think it's a big issue, to be honest. But as I say, I'm never gonna go waving the rainbow flag around despite being bisexual and despite fancying men sometimes. Because I am not a communist. I'm not a fucking communist. And that is what you should see whenever you see the so-called LGBT movement, which doesn't stand for lesbians, gay people, bisexual people, and trans people. It is about political collectivist ideology. That's not the one I wanted to enlarge, actually. I want to enlarge this one. So, this meme at the bottom is more, I guess, conservative. Um, but it's not just conservative, because, you know, as libertarians, I understand the value of the family unit, no matter how dysfunctional your family is, and every family is dysfunctional, and every family kind of has problems with each other and gets into big arguments and hates each other half the time. But, you know, a lot of families try to stick together. I actually saw something interesting the other day. Yesterday, in fact. I'm not sure if it was on Facebook. It was probably on the like one of those anti-feminism pages on Facebook. Kind of highlights this umbrella meme a bit more. Let's see if I can find it. I don't know what that is. Someone's talking about Boris. That's not it. This is actually posted on Definitely Not Commie Gibberish of the Day page on Facebook. So they're not quite understanding it the way I do. Let me see about this. Can I enlarge this? Fuck. Here we go. So yeah, this, I think... Now this might take a bit of explaining, but this is a... this is quite a conservative image, I think, and it's not that you you know, it's not advocating that you should hate your partner in your relationship or anything, but I think in some marriages, and let's ignore the fact that they're black for a moment, because I think that's a stumbling block that the Commie Gibberish of a Day Facebook page has like seen this and thought, this is communist or this is SJW just because this this family is black. There might be SJWs, but I think that this could be a quite a conservative message here. Um, so the point of this is the family is the husband and wife hate each other, right? And they are staying together, or they don't love each other. Let's say that they don't love each other, because this is something that applies to me. Um, Not that I am in a marriage. I'm definitely not. But my parents are in a marriage and they dislike each other and they haven't loved each other for years and they stayed together for the kids. And that's what this photo also represents. So it's kind of familiar to me. The husband and wife are staying together for the kids rather than breaking up, which now I think the breaking up bit, you leave conservatism and you go off more towards far left stuff. Possibly, if you so a husband and wife have a kid, the kid loves them both, right? But they hate each other. Now, are they going to split up and then have custody battles where possibly the woman probably these days, watch Honey Badgers, would get more custody rights than the male over the kid, and so before the kid grows up to be 18, they're split not 50-50% custody, shared time, visiting hours between the two parents, and the parents have grown more bitter over that, and so with the kid, it's kind of a more fucked up household, I think, than if they stay together, possibly. Um, would it be? Would it be though? Would it be a more? Would it be a more or less fucked up household? See, I don't know because I've only gone down one of the two forks in that path, which is that my parents, you know, even though they stopped loving each other, they stayed together for the sake of the kids, and we've, lived in a household with them fighting each other. Not physically fighting each other, although there have been a couple times. I'm not going to go into that, but yeah, it hasn't been that bad anyway. Mostly arguments and things occur, but mostly, you know, they stick to themselves. They talk to each other in a civil way, politeness kind of thing, and over time they just kind of get on with each other. Um, it's probably not as good as being raised in a household where the two parents do love each other while staying with each other, but I think it's better than being raised in two households where you're jumping between the both, and then your mum's got a boyfriend over here that's not your dad, and your dad's got a girlfriend over there that's not your mum, and you're jumping between them, and you probably hardly ever see your dad because due to the feminist world we live in at the moment, your mum has more custody rights over you, so all the way up till 18 you're just jumping between these two households. Now, could that be better? Maybe. Maybe the isolation of the two and them being happy because they're apart would be better, but the conservative message again is like kids need their father, kids need their mother, kids need two parents. They used to say, the conservatives used to be more pro gay and be like, it doesn't matter if the two parents that the kid needs are two males, two females, or a male and a female. But I think these days they're probably saying it needs to be a male and a female. Which certain parts of it I can understand because there are meant to be different dynamics in personality between males and females, Although personally, I would try and iron those out and just say, look, there's biological differences between men and women. There doesn't have to be mental differences between men and women. Personality-wise, you know, they can try. Bit too hot. They can try to act similarly to each other, and then the physical differences are the only real, you know, splitting point in a relationship. That's how I'd want my relationship to be if I had one and it was going well. And I think how some of my past relationships have been like that. Anyway, I just thought that was interesting. How to me this here. Whoa! What have I done? All my windows have gone. I hate Windows 10. Why would you do this? Now I have to fucking. I have to sort out my fucking screens now. Oh, I hate Windows 10. Why would anyone want that feature? Wiggle your fucking mouse or whatever, or hold a window and wiggle the mouse a little bit, and everything minimizes. What the fuck? What was this? Oh yeah. So I held this and I wiggled it. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's a conservative meme to me. Yeah. Sorry, I'm sorting out my fucking windows because I didn't know this was gonna happen. There we go. Oof. So that was longer than it was gonna be about the Steam Fair and about Hellmouth Town. I guess we got into a little bit of the fucking Pride stuff. So we have a cat now. We've got a little kitten. So let me take down these memes. I'll leave that one for now. Bear with me. I'm just trying to. I was going to show you some photos of our little kitten. We're going to get 2 kittens, and we've got 1 kitten just the other day. Found them via Gumtree. They were in the local area. Went to visit. Long hair cats. This one was quite brave, more playful than the others. It's a long hair ginger cat. It's a mixture of Persian and chinchilla, and then the other one we're going to get is going to be a grey one, female mixture of Maine Coon and long hair. Let me fucking find this. Anyway, he is called Alfie or Alfred. I joke that he's called Alfred Hitchcat because I think it sounds funny. The famous filmmaker Cat. And here's a picture. He's sleeping in that one. I'll try and find another one in a minute. This is our little kitten. Unfortunately he's downstairs, so I can't show you him live at the moment. But there's actually a little video you can watch. You can watch a video. I have a second channel on YouTube. It is Destro's Dungeons. Let me try and find that for you as well. I think I might have mentioned that last stream. So Destro's Dungeons. Here's my second channel. Can everyone see that? Yep. So if you go to my second channel, Destro's Dungeons, it has the blue spaceman icon, and just here you've got his first moments in our house. There's a bit of a preamble here where I'm just unpacking some old stuff from my previous cat, so skip to like 3 minutes in. And he arrived in the cat box, and then he was freed into the room, and I did a little bit of a time lapse of his first few minutes. Actually, let's watch a tiny bit there. And that's Alfie. That's Alfred the cat arriving in our house. So we've got a new kitten after 2 years ago, during the coronavirus nonsense, lockdown nonsense should I say, we lost Remy, who was our previous cat. There's my mum playing with it. So yeah, you can watch that if you want. My main YouTube channel, of course, is Destro7000. You can go there for more vids, more land hiking vids. I'll mention a bit of the Western Line stuff. So moorland hiking. Let's open that actually. Let's open my main channel. Here we are on the main channel, Destro7000. We are still doing moorland hiking. The last two we visited, we were meant to visit one called Creason Wood Tor and one called Big Rock, and actually these two might be confused on this video because a prominent moorland tour bagger guy called Max Piper actually found my videos, and he's been leaving quite useful comments here and there, and he gave me directions to get to this Big Rock, and I was like, it's not very big, is it, on this journey here? Turns out he left a comment on this video going, no mate, you haven't actually left it, sorry, I didn't didn't give the right directions. The bridge you crossed to get to this tour was one of several bridges you could cross, so you had to go further on. So now, that was meant to be one of the tours that was ticked off on the Western Line, which is the big western side of Dartmoor and a big crescent that I'm trying to complete. So Big Rock was further on than that, and we might have to revisit this location to get a better shot of Big Rock, especially because we kind of need the tour to match the name. If it's called Big Rock, then there should be a Big Rock. Anyway, this is part of my ongoing journey to conquer or visit all of the tours of Western Dartmoor. So anytime you see an image of like a landscape here with the font saying there's a tour on it, God, I could do with an icon or something to put next to these. Then that's part of the Western Line, unless it says in brackets something over here like Eastern Line or Central Line, in which case it's not the big crescent of tours I'm trying to complete. Anyway, you can keep watching these. I'm going to eventually, once I've seen all of the Western Line tours that I'm going to see, I think I'll redo my video style, and I might do a video of each tour, or I might do a video of each zone where there are a certain amount of tours, and just go through each one in a more edited style video. But yeah, we're not there yet. We've got a few to visit. Should I get up the Google Earth maybe? This is my channel anyway, check that out. Just back down here and then back up again. Ooh. Where are we going? Western Line here. Oh, are we seeing this? Yeah. This looks like such a cluttered map until you fucking zoom in. Then you can sort of see what's going on. So the tour we didn't quite do is here. So I guess this line is wrong actually. So this should be here. Let's make a new thing. That should still be a volcano because we haven't technically visited it. Which means this line here has been drawn wrong, I think. Whoa! You're seeing me in progress editing the lines. So I guess we actually went more like... Oh fuck. Oh fuck, I've done it wrong. It's how you create these lines is a bit weird on this. Alright, let's put, what should we put? I'll just put visited stack, not actually big rock. I've got annotations all over this fucking map. Anyway, that's what the journey I did in the video actually was. There's Hillbridge. In fact, I haven't named that correctly. Hillbridge, Weir, road bridge over Teque. That's the River Teque. That's Hillbridge. We walked down here. We actually got lost going up here. And I don't know if we correctly found out which one was Creasonwood Tor. Oh yeah, no we did, because Max gave good directions for that, Max Piper. If you want to see Max Piper's work on the internet, you can check out Tours of Dartmoor, might be .com, and Tourbagger. And I think Tourbagger's his own site. He's got lots of little trips. He's actually he doesn't make videos, but he's got these websites and he's actually visited almost all the tours on Dartmoor. I don't think anyone else around has managed to do that, so he's actually quite an adventurous guy to have completed that many things. He must have a lot of resources as far as travel goes and free time to be able to do all that. But yeah, I'm just trying to create the ones in the west here. Trying to trying to visit the ones in the west here, which is hard to show on this, but it's this blue band in the centre of this map of Devon here, which doesn't even look blue until you zoom in, but it's this crescent here. Anyway, watch some of my Western Line vids and that will explain that to you. Oh no, what has it gone? There it is. Yeah, so we haven't got too many tours to do. The problem is a lot of tours on Dartmoor, not a lot actually, a small amount of tours on Dartmoor are private tours. They're tours that happen to be on private land. Some landowners know that people want to visit these, like the public has an interest in visiting all the tours on Dartmoor that are named in like history books and things. So some of the owners are like, yeah, fine, we'll do a little right-of-way thing where pedestrians can go up to the tour, take photos, and then go out again. A few private property tours, they don't seem to allow this. So it's difficult to, I mean, people still want to do tour bagging, right? And some people have still gone to these tours, like Vixen Tour or Bell Tour. There were some people on Bell Tour when we visited the neighbouring tours the other day, and that's meant to be like a strongly off-limits tour. So I'm thinking about how I'd bag these, and I don't think I would bag them necessarily. I'd maybe be able to get away with going to a few of them, like 2 or 3, but I think what I'm going to need to do is buy a drone. and for to try and finish my Western Line videos, I'd fly the drone past each of these tours if I could, so that I get a good shot of the rocks, as best a shot of the rocks as I can with the drone, and then it's not necessarily inconveniencing anyone if it kind of backs away from the land. It might not even have to go like over the land in order to take the photos of the tour, so you can just kind of brush past the tour, and then it's flown by like a bird, it's gone, it's not really disturbed anyone, and that would complete the footage of the tours on the Western Line. So that's how I'm thinking. But drones are a bit fucking expensive, and lots of things are getting expensive recently, and I don't want to keep spending so much. So I'm kind of getting very frugal with what I spend my money on at the moment, especially as I don't make that much money doing retail work for my family. So that was about the Dartmoor Western Line I'm doing. What else? I've gone through a lot of my... See, I've got like a topics list today. I've gone through a lot of my topics. This helps me when I'm streaming or making a video. It's not like necessarily having a script. I don't know if I can script my videos. I prefer to try and do some of it chatty or spontaneously. Yeah, I don't have the money, but I'd like to get out of this house sometime. That's another thing on my list, but I don't really, I don't think I have enough time to talk about that one on this stream. Maybe another stream I can talk about that. Yeah, the Jubilee thing that's going on right now is very fake. I think you just have to look at what people, especially the Prince Charles, who's supposed to be set to be our next king, and the Queen. You have to look at what these people are saying. Prince Charles is a World Economic Forum paid globalist asshole, so he's a communist. And I thought, so he's a communist. Prince Harry's a communist. Then I saw some things that Prince William was doing, and I could see the far left ideology in what he was saying, and it's like, okay, he's a communist. Well, what about the Queen? The Queen surely hasn't said anything communistic, or she's the Queen of England. She's got to be patriotic and traditionalist and conservative, right? And then I looked into some of the stuff that they got her to say, and she's started saying it. So she, like the Queen, Elizabeth II, from the ideology that they've got her spouting, that she should have never even touched, she's a communist, right? Our entire royal family. And this is why I don't trust Academic Agent and these NRX, that's the neo-reactionary movement, monarchists. Like, why the fuck would you have faith in a monarchy even if it doesn't become communist, even if it's like a royal family that's in charge of ruling and being the government of a nation like England. Like, this is just a family or a very small amount of people, and whatever their views are at the time, in charge of being an elite and in charge of everything that you do and how you live. I wouldn't want that. And especially not our current royal family, whose fucking ideas are absolute bullshit and all over the place and just harmful to our way of life. So this Jubilee shit that's happening, like everyone's like, they've jumped like almost without warning from let's not fly the British flag or the English flag in our town centres. Let's all fly the Ukrainian flag, like, because we are Ukraine now. And there's this twat who gets on my bus from the post office every day, and he's got a giant Ukraine patch like built into his red postman's jacket, and he wears a mask all the time. And it's like, oh god, ultra leftist virtue signal here. That should be a English flag on his, not his lapel, but on his shoulder, like sewn in thing. But from them to go from flying the Ukraine flag on all our churches and in all the buildings in our towns to suddenly, oh look, we suddenly like the Union Jack all of a sudden, just putting that everywhere. It's fake. It's so fake. Like, we're doing this just for the Queen, and what are the Queen's views when you look into them? Or their fucking like far left bullshit. And supporting the globalists, Klaus Schwab, climate action, woke, LGBT nonsense, political activist bullshit. So, you know, it's like all this bunting that's appeared and all these sudden celebrations of, you know, like supposed British patriotism aren't actually celebrations of British patriotism. It's all really fake. It's like the context surrounding when you you know, simp for the British flag seems pretty important to me. It's like you're either going to put up the English flag as a matter of course every day of the week, like on top of your church every day of the week in your town, not change it for special occasions, not change it to a certain side of a foreign war, not change it just due to an event that's popped up that isn't really patriotic. I don't know, man. It's like I can see through it, but as with everything, I have a hard time expressing it to you, like describing all the facets of why this is nothing to do with British patriotism and everything to do with like the far left. But a lot of people can see this. I mean, if you go in the circles I go in, like on Twitter or whatever, then there are people who know, you know, who know what's going on, who understand what's going on, and they can express it a lot better than I can. And I wish I could express it better, but I just don't. I've always had this struggle with my voice, how I trip over words and can't do a stream of consciousness ramble, like say Count Dankula or Styx Hexenhammer, who I really kind of look up to in how they're able to convey and express their kind of libertarian worldview. And it takes a lot of work for me getting me up from down at a socially anxious libertarian kind of low level social way of talking to up to the heights of someone like doing a stream of consciousness like Count Dankula or Styx or Razorfist or something. So, but I mean, that's the reason why those guys are popular, is that they can do that just really easily. And it's hard for me to get the words in my head in the correct order and to say things without tripping over the words. It's really difficult. So I'm kind of enamored with anyone who can do that. So let's talk about something else. What can we say? So Adam Krigler was. I'll briefly talk about this. Loads of fucking sounds out there. I quite liked Adam Krigler. I used to watch his podcast a lot ever since he split from Timcast. But recently he's like moderating his chat on his streams, And, you know, Twitch would moderate my chat, but I'd never seek to fucking moderate or stop you from saying things in my chat. If you wanted to chat on my streams and you wanted to say, like, slurs or whatever, N-bombs, I'm very freedom of speech, and I'd hope that you were saying those words not directed at anyone, because, you know, the reason people would say, and I hate having to say, like, N-word and F-word and C-word, the dash word bit is the bit that I hate to say on, like, Twitch, but unfortunately I'm going to have to say it here, like, N-word, C-word, N-word, F-word, and it's really fucking annoying, because everywhere else I would just say the word. I wouldn't just censor myself, and I hate that people who say that they're proponents of free speech, like someone like Adam Krigler would, censor their chat or moderate their chat, and he was saying, like, you're a troll, get out of here, or you're not allowed to say this type of word in my chat, so I'm kicking you, or can I give this moderator or admin or whatever a wrench? Can I get a moderator in my chat? What is a moderator? A moderator is a person who speech polices chat and then boots people based on what they're saying. Not very free speech, is it? The only thing that I'd really agree with is, like, if there was either a robot or some kind of business thing posting links and spamming links to adverts or to, like, sexual services or porn sites or businesses, like other businesses, like, make money here, you could make thousands, blah blah blah, or click this link. If it was shit like that, I would be pissed off to have it in my chat. I don't even consider that speech, because some of these are, and I hate talking about bots and chat bots, but some of these are chat bots, like designed programs that join chats, and they don't talk, there's no human there, there's no conversation going on, they're literally there to place a link in the chat to get you to go to the link. I fucking hate that, and you can't tell which is a real person and which is a bot, because a person could do it in the same way, just, like, be paid to go into chats and post a link. This is where we're edging on the borders of free speech. There's a line there, I think, between free speech and something that isn't even speech. Like, there are certain lines with free speech where I'm a free speech absolutist, but people hate that when you say but, don't they? So the caveats. There shouldn't be caveats with free speech apart from direct incitement to violence, and I've said this before. And it gets tricky when you're bordering with speech and then someone posts a link in your chat, and they might not even be a someone, they might be an it, as in like a robotic program, like an Agent Smith in your chat, who only exists to post, click the link, earn millions, and, like, trade cash for gold or whatever in a chat. And then you've got other things like, is it free speech? And I suppose it is free speech, but what the fuck? When someone gets a megaphone or a bullhorn and they go to, like, a protest and they literally just kind of yell shit into the bullhorn at the protest, and the speakers or the people asking questions from the crowd can't even be heard because there's this crazy feminist yelling shit through a bullhorn or something. Like, when Jordan Peterson got started, the few videos that Jordan Peterson got famous for back in the day, I think it was like 2018 or some shit like that, he was being drowned out by, like, a megaphone person, like, yelling over him. And I think that might have happened at a few of Sargon's UKIP events actually, and people trying to drown him out with a megaphone or loudspeakers. And it's like, it's hard to know how to defend against it, because it is kind of free speech, but at the same time, it's my libertarian side says this is encroaching. This is a case of when your freedom is encroaching on another person's freedom, then it's not freedom. You know, that's where the line is. Like, you lose your right to freedom. You forfeit your right to freedom when you encroach on the freedom of others. That's the fucking line. That's what I believe. And that's the so when you're on a bullhorn and you're stopping other people speak or be heard by drowning them out with the volume of your megaphone, like decibels up to maximum, highest volume you can to amplify your speech to the point. And these people just chant, like they just go like naughty, 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 naughty. Like they just do this sort of thing, like fire repetitive words or phrases over and over again to the point where no words can be heard easily underneath it. That would be forfeiting your right to freedom by encroaching on the freedom of other people to speak. So yeah, I can see how using that method you can say that that is not um, not really free speech, because you're and it's I think it would be I think it's the volume that's the problem in that case. Like if they were saying it quietly and other people could speak. I mean, chanting to me, it's speech, but it isn't speech. It's like NPC stuff. It's like robots, you know, doing collectivist, like commie activities. They just yell a phrase over and over again, and football hooligans do this as well. You know, the kind of hive mind mentality of just yelling a phrase over and over again. It's fucking annoying. Um, but I don't know if football hooligans use that to drown other people out. But you can't speak over it. I don't think when they're yelling it in the stands in a football match. But that's not really an easy place for conversation anyway. But when it happens outside the stand, yeah, it is like another case of the freedom to use your speech is fine, but when the freedom to use your speech is amplified and it's encroaching upon the freedom for other people to use their speech, to say it and to be heard, you know, it's not cool. So yeah. So how did we get to that bit? I don't even know. Yeah, so we're talking about the Jubilee, I think. So that's fake England. That's what I would say. That's a fake representation of England is what's going on there. Kind of manipulated and manufactured by the far left globalists. A real version of England kind of is understated. It doesn't need to be showy, um, and it has like some atmosphere behind it, some old-fashioned atmosphere. Like I would always say that things like War of the Worlds represent, or the setting of War of the Worlds, and the way H.G. Wells phrases things in his books is very English to me, and it doesn't need to be showy, and it doesn't need to reference loads of like poets or patriotic historic events from England's history necessarily. It's just like a way of being and a look of like thatched houses and the sort of plants that we have here and the sort of pets that you're going to see outside someone's house and the sort of some of the behaviours of people, they kind of live their life in an English way where you see it and you'd be like, oh, yeah, I'm not going to see that if I go to like South America next week, or if I go to Spain. I'm not going to see that. You might see something similar if you go to France, but it won't be exactly the same, you know. It's just kind of like there's a real um, version of England in my mind, and then there's this kind of fake version of England that is just done for um, money making or politics or collectivism. Anyway, yep, that's all I can really say about that. Oh, I was talking about Adam Krigler, wasn't I? Yeah, so he was just like, he had a moderator in chat, and he was basically going, "Oh, you're trolling. You're saying words I disagree with. We don't allow trolls. Kick that guy. Kick that guy. I'm not going to allow that guy to say this." And like, not really seeing the disconnect with that being against free speech. Anyway, that was the whole thought, basically, interspliced with miles of tangents, because that's what happens when you're talking to me. Um, so my hair's getting. I say my hair's getting long. I'm obviously bald on top. After 2012, using a dodgy batch of hair dye. Um, I got these little twists here. It's growing long on the side, so I've got these Shakespearean kind of hair going on here because my hair's growing long and it doesn't yet know what to do with itself, so it hasn't curled around. I still keep thinking about getting the FUE, which is FUE, which is hair replacement surgery. I always call it Turkish hair surgery, and I can't remember if I talked about this in the last stream. I might have shown you the Hair of Istanbul Instagram. I'll just bring it up again in case I didn't show it to you. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh no, that's their website. That's their website anyway. That's hairofistanbul.com, and I'm trying to. This is Windows 10 trying to make me maximize when I don't want to maximize. Let me just dig out something here. Instagram, because the Instagram is better. Hair of Istanbul on Instagram is here. So this is the sort of thing they do. Some of this looks a bit gory, by the way. So if you're squeamish, I guess, don't go to this site. And if you're squeamish, turn off now. I'm just going to do a quick scroll through anyway. So it's basically, it's FUE. So that's follicular unit extraction. And what they do is they take hair from another part of your body where hair is growing, take the hair out one by one with tiny specialized tools that they've got, and I think you're awake during the whole process, but they may do the local anesthetic on the areas they're doing it, and they pull out a certain amount of hairs, and I think they count them all, and I think the count goes in towards the cost of how much you're paying for the surgery, which I don't know yet. Yeah, I might have talked about this last stream, I can't remember actually. And yeah, so they make a graft, basically. They graft they take the hair out of one place on your body where the hair's growing, and then slowly, over like a 6-hour to 9-hour session or something, they put the hair back in to your head in the places you see they're drawing lines on people's heads. They're working out where your hair's already growing, and then they're drawing patches where they're going to put in the follicle grafts that they've got. And they've got a little machine that kind of threads a bit of gel that keeps the hair together, and then they thread it all in, and then after the surgery, all your hair kind of falls out in the areas where they've put it in, which sounds a bit counterintuitive, but that's what happens. But the actual follicle bit where they've put it in, that stays. And what's meant to happen is the next time that grows, then your hair actually grows back, and you get a full head of hair basically. And it's real hair. I've never liked the idea of like I'm gonna get a wig. It just looks really stupid. Which kind of can segue onto my next quick talking topic, which is I watched The Interview with a Vampire. I rewatched it um, last night, and I quite liked it the first few times I watched it. I remember one night late at uni in my second house with flatmates, I think I watched Interview with a Vampire, and it is a good movie. Um, but this time round when I watched it, which is always happening with movies I watch these days, I'm noticing ideology due to my, political trainings and my political findings. It's like if I were to watch the whole James Bond saga again from scratch tomorrow, I would see so many new things because I'd be looking at now from the perspective of a kind of an ANCAP and going, who is James Bond? 007. Who is this spy? He works for Her Majesty's Secret Service. He's an agent of government, right? He works for the British government. He says it himself. So when people are saying, "Oh, Klaus Schwab, he looks a bit like Blofeld from James Bond," it's like, no, 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 because James Bond would be a statist. James Bond, if he was in the real world and Klaus Schwab was like Blofeld, then it would be a world wherein James Bond was working for Blofeld. That's what it would be. And rewatching that series, I'd be like going, James Bond is a bad guy. That's actually let's see in which ways some of his actions fuck the public, because he's working. You can put him into his original context, the From Russia with Love context, which none of the modern films do for James Bond, which is that he is in the Cold War, working for the nation of Britain in the Cold War against the nation of Soviet Russia, the communists. But in a modern context, just taking into account everything, like James Bond is a communist, as much as the Russians he's spying on are communists. He is also a communist in terms of like a globalist, or a more to the point that he's like an agent of government. And yeah, I tend to look through history and films now with the lens of, you know, what is the state, what is the government. Actually, it's the source of most of our problems. So yeah, I don't think these globalists fully know what they've done to people like me and a lot of people with their fucking lockdownery in 2020. I don't think they quite know what they've gotten themselves into, honestly. And I'm glad. Anyway, let's hope it all falls apart from them. That's all I can say. Um, yeah. What was I saying? I watched Interview with a Vampire, which has Tom Cruise in it, and Tom Cruise is a pro-lockdowner asshole. He was on the set of this Top Gun movie, and stuff came through. He was abusing people and yelling at people for not wearing masks on set and going fucking insane about it. Fuck Tom Cruise, man. But, I watch old movies, and old movies have actors who've since gone fucking insane. Like my favourite movie, Heat. Robert De Niro's notably gone fucking insane. Anyway, Tom Cruise is in Interview with a Vampire, and It was a good movie. There's a pretty hot scene in it actually with Antonio Banderas, where him and his theatrical group of vampires just like manage to get a hot girl off the streets, like a hot human girl, and she doesn't know where she is, and she's suddenly in the middle of a theatre performance, and all the audience, I think, are humans, and they think this is part of the act, and yeah, as Brad Pitt's character says, it's like they created this little environment. I quite like the theatre scene actually. They created this little environment, the vampires did, where the vampires are pretending to be humans who are pretending to be vampires to confuse the humans watching the show into thinking that they're watching a fictional show about vampires, so that the vampires can get away in broad daylight with eating humans, and all the people watching will think this is an act. That's pretty fantastic, actually. Not only that, but the woman who they slay is pretty hot, to be fair. Um, Other than that, though, the film seemed to me, and I said this was a segue from hair replacement surgery because they all look like they're wearing wigs. All the vampires have like super long hair. I think all the actors are wearing wigs in that film, and contact lenses, and weird white makeup where they always like make the blue veins pop out in a V shape on their head. Really strange. Um, yeah, it's like an analogy. It's like an analogy for gay marriage, I think. And there's some weird things going on with that film because you've got Tom Cruise's character, the vampire Lestat, and you've got Brad Pitt's character, who I've forgotten the name of. Louis, yeah, that's his name. Louis something something vampire, and Lestat makes uh, Louis as a human. He makes him into a vampire, and then there's lots of like nick biting and stuff, which is like kind of kissing, basically. It's like basically like a gay relationship between um, the vampire Lestat, Tom Cruise, and the vampire Louis, Brad Pitt, and then they bite a child whose mother died of plague, and they make that child into their vampire child. So it's like a two male parents gay relationship with a female child. Whoops. And then there's some other weird stuff where the the female child vampire, who is Kirsten Dunst as a kid, so it's really weird because I always see her as an adult and think she's hot, and that she's in this movie as a kid, and it's like, ugh, this is weird. I don't like this. And it's like, were the writers of this movie a gay couple living, or was the writer of this movie a gay guy living in conservative times who couldn't talk about being gay and wanting kids, and so he made this movie as a fictional outlet for his feelings? That's the feel I get from rewatching Interview with the Vampire. Loads of good actors in this. Antonio Banderas is quite good in this. Um, yeah, it does. It's okay. It strikes me as weird. So there's like two male parents, and then the female vampire. The female kid vampire of the family keeps looking at like naked adult human women in a weird way. I don't know if the writer was gay, what was going on there exactly. Like, what? There's like something in ideology there that just strikes me as bizarre. And I could kind of see how a conservative guy would review this film compared to how like a gay guy would review this film, compared to like how someone like me, a libertarian, would review this film. It will be like three different perspectives, and I could imagine these reviews before they existed, kind of thing. I don't know. Tell me what you think. Look at it from a standpoint of this is not a film about vampires at all. It's about like the gay relationship dynamic, and then like how that works, and like breakups and children and adoption and like indoctrination of kids maybe into LGBT stuff. Just look at it from that perspective and you will see new things, I swear. Okay, there's only one more thing that I'm going to talk about on my little papery list, which is just like a recommendation really. I don't know if I did this last time. You should check out the channel Scary Interesting. Let's see if I can bring it up on YouTube. I may have even... I can't remember, man. My memory's so bad, but I may have even started up... Oh god. Every time I start YouTube from my little YouTube shortcut, it's for some reason set up to play the scene from Dredd where Judge Lex goes, "It's a meat grinder." Cracks me up every time. Anyway, I didn't mean to start up that. It just started up like that. Scary, interesting. Yeah, my memory's really bad, so I might forgive me if I've talked about this last stream. But here's Scary Interesting. The guy's name is Sean. He's kind of a newbie channel maker, but at the same time he's got a ridiculous amount of subscriptions. Look at this, 142,000 subscribers, and I think it's well earned. I think he makes great videos, but they are morbid and they're about death quite a lot. It's like, here's a video of how people are dying in horrific circumstances in all sorts of different ways, and you wouldn't fucking want this to happen to you, but I'm gonna describe it in detail. That's like horrible fates. There's like animals like chasing after men and ripping them apart, and like people going up mountains and falling down ice holes and being lost there for like 2 months or something, and like a guy gets his head chopped off in an elevator. It's mad. It's a great channel, but it's just like, here's some real world stories, and I'm not holding back on how fucking gruesome they are. And that's fucking, yeah. A lot of YouTube stuff probably holds back, but yeah, check that out. Oh, shouldn't wiggle the window because everything will minimize. Oh, check out Hayes Outdoors as well while you're at it. He's a cool chap. That's a cool hiking channel. So, I've hopefully talked myself out and vented that. I'm going to play a little bit of BF1, I think. A couple of matches, and then we will end the stream after that. So, thanks for bearing with me in my rants, trying to fucking express myself, because it isn't always easy sometimes. Oranges! BF1! Okay. Where are you booting up? Oh, there it is. It's hiding. Oh, and I gotta boost the audio. As per usual. Oh man. It'd be cool to have a streaming buddy. I need like an ANCAP libertarian streaming buddy. Where am I gonna find someone like that? Well, there's some quite nice... I don't know what they're like to... like in voice-wise, but there's some cool people on Twitter. There's a guy I talk to on Twitter a lot called Gulag Demolition Service or something. He's cool. Oh fuck. Has my fucking speaker been off this entire time? That's weird. That's weird to notice. Luckily my microphone has been on, as far as I can tell. I hope. It looks like it's on. It's showing levels. I'm worried now. Alright. Let's play some couple of BF1 matches. 13 people in a team deathmatch on Soissons. Hell yes. Why would I pass that up? I've got cake. Fucking Genoa cake. But it's like that sugary kind of Genoa cake you get where it's a little bit too sugary, not as fruity. It's alright. Bobby's Genoa cake, that's what it is. It's more confectionery than fruitcake. And have you ever tried orzo? I had orzo for dinner. It's weird, it's like a grain that is also behaves like a pasta or something. And you fry it in the pan for a couple of seconds and it goes brown, and then you also pour boiling water on it like pasta. And it soaks it up and plumps up. Bung that in a pasta sauce. It cooks so fast, it's like cooking gnocchi. G-N-O-C-C-H-I, gnocchi. Alright, let's get into this. Fuck. Someone behind! Oh no, he's lying there. Fucking lion. There's a medic, there's a medic, there's a medic. There's a fucking medic. God damn it, he moved. He's dead. Nice, okay. Breach! People should make their own creeping barrages on this game and just use it as a tactic. Am I the only one that does that? Just like, take the assault guy and then get anti-tank grenades and just throw them in a line and then advance through the explosions, like just a meter behind every explosion. Okay. Where? I've only seen like one guy so far, I swear. You come here, motherfucker. Oh, is he trying to gas me? He's trying to gas me, but I gassed him back. Did he die? It said kill assist, but nice. You got killed. One of my teamies saw to it. Fuck. That's a lot of explosions. Okay. Fuck, there's loads of them. I got one. 11 health? Are you fucking with me? I know he's coming. I know he's coming up the stairs. Dude. Give me my reload. Dude, there's someone down here, I swear. I'm just gonna gas this area. No? You didn't come up? Oh, that's cool. I thought I heard footsteps though. Oh, I so want to... I so want to drop a limpet mine out the window on someone's head. We're done with the gas. There's dude. Oh, there's a friendly here. What? Fuck. Oh, that moment when you get a thing in your eye and you're trying to see. Ugh. What? Where is this guy? Oh. Oh! The house collapsed when someone 80 rocket gunned it. Right, let's get out of this room. Whoa! Outside. Anyone up there? Something going on over there. Is there people down here? It looks like some freaking activity going on here, but I can't see from where. What the fuck? There you are. Yes. Oh, I wasn't in time to save that guy. Game's about to end. Victory. I've only just joined, dude. Oh man, Sinai, I guess. Cheetah psycho idiot. Something in Russian, blah 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 blah. Evolutions is a fucking cheetah and cooksucker. Sucking cooks? What are you on about? Is this a Gordon Ramsay thing? You're a fucking cooksucker. What a typo. Cooksucker. Chef blower. Oh, break out the violins. You have to forgive me. Once I found the cake, I could not escape. Let's try a little bit of label stuff with the label infantry, flag and spot, tripwire bomb, incendiary, and incendiary grenades. Why not? Such a shame Twitch won't let me stream this in 1080p. Just like stops me for some reason. It goes to 768. I don't know if that's like a perk for being a long time streamer, or if it's just something I've not discovered in the settings yet. Is there a person there? Okay, I'm gonna get shot if I hang around here too long. Fuck. Ah, he's not walking in the right place to trip my bombs. Oh, I just spawned, motherfucker. How could you? Spawn camping, fuck. Oh, rando deploy. Oh shit, it just sandstormed. Oh man, braving it through the sandstorm. Whoa, there's someone here. Oh hello, someone stepped on something. what's over there. Oh, he's a friendly. Fuck, don't surprise me like that. Whoa, there's someone around me and I can hear him creaking on the boards. Fuck. I like that pistol though. That's a cool... I love the sound of it. Is that the Fromastol? Yeah. Are we still sandstorming? Yeah. Fucking bush, get out of my way. Oh, I hope my hay fever doesn't catch up to me in a minute. I don't want to sneeze. Someone died here recently. Oh, a friendly just died. Fuck! Ah, someone off to the left. 2 people off to the left. Right, I'm gonna chuck a flare in that direction if I can spawn. Come on, let me spawn on you. The fuck? No, you bastard! Oh. Such a kill stealer. Friendlies? Oh, it's hard to see through that. What are we looking at here? God, that's hard to see. Oh shit, I didn't mean to vault. I was trying to get on the ladder, dude. Why don't I just bayonet charge through the sand? They won't. It'll be the last thing they're expecting. Just a guy to come out of the sand at them. You have to load it up though. There's probably someone around here. Fuck! Fuck! No! Let's put my mask on so I... My mask, oh god. Put my gas mask on. So I could, not reach my melee key. Wouldn't it be cooler if all these coronavirus nuts put on gas masks instead of their stupid mask? Whoa, dude, what? How do I... Oh no. There is a guy down here. Where is he? What the fuck? There, that might be on him. Where is he? They're over there somewhere. Just don't know where. I'll just put that there. They're not over there. What the fuck? Where did they go? Dude, there's a lovely machine gun there and I really want to use it. Can I just seal these up? That'd be cool. Okay, here we go. Surprise attack. Oh no, it teleported me under the ground when I died. I went into that weird void between the terrain brushes. So there's a whole shitload of them over there. Wait, what? Ah! Fuck. Come on, please tell me I killed him. 98% damage and he's not dead. Oh, I got an assist. Fuck. Kill stealing. Fuck. Kill stealing jive motherfucker. I was watching Alex Jones interviewing Mike Tyson yesterday. That was weird. That was weird. You could tell they got on really well. Fuck. There's too many that can see me down there. Hey. Good game. Have a good day, loser in life. Interesting. Oh, we gotta go Giants, not Zeebrugge. Fuck Zeebrugge. Whoa, I keep punching my microphone. Don't blame the tools. Don't hate the play, I hate the game. Yeah, as far as I could work out, Mike Tyson and Alex Jones were bonding over drugs. You can hardly work out what Mike Tyson's saying. His voice is like, I don't know, very raspy. His history or the start of his career didn't sound very good. Sounded kind of dodgy. I don't have any ice. Fuck. Stay on the ball. Stay on the ball. Yes, I do drink Coke. I'm sorry. Forgive me. It's always been my kind of addiction. I drink it like water. Where are you, you fuck? Stop hiding. Ah! They're all over there. They're all fucking over there, aren't they? Please. There's one there. And then we'll put one right here. That'll be cool. Grenade upstairs. Ooh. Oh, I thought you were an enemy, sorry. Sorry, dude, thought you were an enemy. Fuck. Can I get on this? This is cool. I can't remember this. There's a way out of the house if you blow off that bit of the... Whoa! Never mind. Never mind. Oh, I can get up there again. That's cool. You blow off this bit of the house, particularly that bit, and you can get on the roof here. I've never got on the roof that way before. Wait, what? Have you noticed Harmful Opinions made a few videos? Like actual videos, dude. He's talking about the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard thing. Ah, fucking fell off the roof again. Anyone up here? Anyone of note in this vicinity that I can skewer with a pike? I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. Oh, hit him in the back. He didn't like that. Oh, he's dead. Fuck. Ah, fuck. I don't like this. Stop leaving all your detritus on the floor. Fuck. Please, please, please. God, that took a while to reload that flare. I was hoping he'd walk over it, but he didn't. Hey, there's nothing in my flare's radius. He must have died. Okay, I reckon they're out on the other side of the map, away from the houses. Fuck! Let me lie down. I got someone! I didn't kill them. But I landed a hit for show. Fuck. Ah! Hans Schultz got me. I wonder what country he's from. Maybe I should make a point to kill him a little bit more than usual, now I know. I don't know, can you be a Hans Schultz and be from, like, a non-German country? Can you be from Austria? I suppose so. Austria, though, just as bad. Where's the government, not the people? As in all cases. It's never the people. Unless they support the government, it's always the government. Hello, little ants. Never find these fucking guys. Have I got any flares? Yep. Creaking chair. Come on, creaking chair. That was a cake crumb, by the way. God, I hate my creaking chair. Did I tell you this? Yeah, I probably did. Probably well known at this point. Where is someone? There's someone there. Now everyone sees him, not just me. And he's dead. There's a few there. Hey, someone's on fire! Nice view while I'm reloading.
Enemy medic sighted.
And I reckon they're spawning more to the right. There's one. Dude, there's loads of them over here. What the fuck? They're spawning as a squad. I killed one. It's quite a fun game so far. Or quite a fun server. Are they in one of the trains? I can't see them. I think I'd see them through the window if they're in one of the trains. Good game. Evolutions is a shit eater he likes. Evolutions is a pedophile's big. Vote ban Evolutions, hacker. Nyok 6 bin. Which probably means something in Russian. No one votes Som except me. What is this world? So I haven't been a medic and I haven't been an assault. I'm having a bit of fun actually, so I'm not leaving just yet, dudes. Although we are about to hit the 2-hour mark in 30 seconds or so, 40 seconds. I just had to vent. I think it's best to stream when I need to fucking vent. I think that's my stream schedule. When I need to fucking vent something that's going on in my life, stream time. I think that's how it works. Let's try the Liu Storm. I'll try the Liu factory first. Get some rifle grenades, high explosive, which means I can't medic crate, and then medical syringe as standard. It's weird being the highest rank on most servers I join, but then lower ranks are really quite smart on this. I think it's because they restart playing with the lower ranks, so they can re-get all the weapons and shit. Ah, big crowd just in my grenades. Yes! Oh god, took so much work trying to down that guy. It's because I'm not hitting the damn guy. Can I get out of this fucking plank thing? Ah. You have to destroy it to crawl under it. Who have we got here? What we got? Where is he? Fuck. Grenade. Ah. Oh, great. Oh, fucking great did he great. Here, res. Stay alive. Fuck. Oh, he's behind. He's behind the detritus. Grenade the fucker. I didn't kill him. Someone did. Nice. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to reload my gun. Ah, not T. Fuck, I'm dead. Ah, I hate key slips on this game. I'm like, I want to throw my grenade. Great. Just tries to knife the air. Fuck. Ah. I would res, but Good, 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 good. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. That was a bit too close for comfort, to be fair. Ah! I thought you were an enemy. I can res, but I can't. Fuck, where's all this coming from? There must be someone down here. Oh fuck. That wasn't meant to happen. Oh, I killed someone while I'm on fire. Nice. I ran through my own fire and then I killed someone and then I burnt to death. Is that heroic or is that pyrrhic? I can hear a yelling Goomba. I don't know what a Goomba is actually. I don't know why I said that. Is a Goomba like a Super Mario villain, or am I just completely misunderstanding? Probably isn't. Ah, one last bayonet charge. Oh, let's play another one. Let's play another one. It's a good server. You don't always get good balance, I guess. Good skill balance on servers you enter, but this one's got a good skill balance, I think. We're at 2 hours 05. Yeah, I'd probably go for one more round. I think my background's a bit rubbish since I swapped from big red sash to big yellow sash, but yeah, don't have much I can do with this. Behind this is a bookshelf. It doesn't look that good. But then nor does this, so I don't know. Join game! And so I haven't played Assault, so let's play Assault for a bit. I'll do RSC Factory for a bit. What's my skin for that? A dirty motherfucker. Ossuary, so what else is there? Is there one that's black all over? I want one that's black all over. Damn, I need more skins for that. I wonder if there is one like that.
The enemies have struck first.
Nice. Oh, I can do my creeping barrage in a sec. I don't know if he's dead or if he's still alive. Oh, he's dead, I think. Cool. What was that? That sounded quite ancient Rome. It sounded like a shout of someone from Gladiator. Freaking Red Letter Media were like ragging on Gladiator and Braveheart in their last stream. What the fuck? They're like saying it was for like normies and low IQ. Like, what are you talking about? It's a Ridley Scott film.
Their side is in the lead.
It is jam-packed full of one-liners. Like, really memorable. I will give them that. It's not like... But why does a movie have to be like a puzzle that you have to... has to be really hard to think about, like fucking Memento or something? Why do you have to... If a story is good, a story is good. You can read all sorts of things into it. Are you still over there? Hope that explosion gives them something to think about while I run through here. Fuck! Who the fuck? And why? I didn't know he would still be alive, that guy. I thought he was a corpse, but then he fucking muzzle flared me. Where are they? I don't know. I'll go with this guy. Fuck.
Their side is in the lead.
What the? Someone else got him. How did that happen? Yikes!
Halfway there, keep it up.
Fuck.
The enemy is in the lead.
That's one of them Pigeon Clan people. Oh! I didn't mean to do that. Ah! Fuck. Where did he coming from?
Our side is in the lead.
What? Where was that from? I don't get it.
We have almost won.
Haven't seen much action this round, to be fair. Is this guy here still or no? $99. We're about to win, dudes. Good game. Alright folks, that was like 4 rounds of team deathmatch on fair server on BF1. And a bunch of rants at the start to do with my day. So hope you bear with me for those. I'm gonna draw the stream to a close now once I get out of Battlefield. Check my channel, Destro7000. I will probably redo that Big Rock video if I can go back there and re-find the actual Big Rock. That'll be an expedition. I'll have a video coming out soon of how me and Dad found the Walrus Stone on Dartmoor National Park. And yeah, not sure what other types of videos I got coming out. There'll probably be just some film trailers, unless I think of something special. Also check out my BitChute. It will contain videos that YouTube will stop me uploading, essentially. So I'll upload, there's a few things there that didn't go up last time because of copyright nonsense. Anyway, hope you have a good evening. Sort this out, what the hell's going on? Okay, hope you have a good evening folks. Catch you later. Bye bye.